There is no doubt this is one of the great football venues in Australia, and there's two things for me that stand out. The first one is back in 1973 when Sandy Bay went through the season undefeated and they came up against the Minnows from the TCA, the Hobart Footy Club, and Apple's Army came out on top. That was a ripper. And the other one for me was in 1990 when the old map of Tasmania came out to take the might of the Big V. Against all the odds, Tasmania came up trumps and came away with the victory to the delight of the adoring crowd. It was an amazing...
Number 23 is yours, mate. Not a problem. I'll have to give you a call back. Sorry.
Wiggo, what are you doing, man?
Andrew, how are you?
Wiggo!
Hello.
Good to see you, old boy. So an official very warm welcome to North Hobart Oval. It's Andrew Silver Fox Hopwood reporting for The Map, and I'm joined by Jaimes Wiggins. James, what brings you to the great North Hobart Oval?
We're obviously in the process of organising a Legends charity game in a couple of weeks' time, Andrew, and really looking forward to it.
So a Legends game, is this something like the one that's done with the Ted Whitten Foundation in Victoria?
Something similar. It's been a dream of mine for some time, and we've obviously involved 3 charities, and she's all systems go Saturday week.
So James, who are those charities?
The 3 charities are Muscular Dystrophy Tasmania. I've got a mate of mine who's got a son who's 6 now, young Lucas, who suffers from this terrible disease, and I've promised for some time to do something so we can raise public awareness and also raise some good money for that charity. The other 2 charities are Riding for the Disabled, Kalang Avenue in Glenorchy. There's a bunch of horses there, the kids with the illnesses like Lucas and kids with rehab from the Royal Hobart go and use. And also the third one is Save the Tasmanian Devil Program Appeal, the facial tumour disease, which is really, really important. So really think that we've chosen 3 wonderful charities.
Now, before we go forward with the big match, I just want to take you back.
No worries.
You know, I like to reminisce about some of the greats, but can you recall in 1990, as I alluded to just a little while ago, that great match?
Oh, I certainly can.
Were you here?
Yes, I was. I was actually sitting on top of the kiosk up on top of the hill here at North Hobart, a great vantage point. It was an amazing experience, obviously, to see Dougie Bale kick a goal from the half-forward flank, a nice torpedo punt. And obviously we got on a run in the last quarter and kicked 5 or 6 goals, and just to be a part of 19,000 people and seeing our best against their best.
So it's fantastic. So what you're going to try and achieve is replicate some of that nostalgia for the younger folk and also for some of the older, dare I say it, more mature people like my very good self. And from that game in 1990, are there any players who are going to be fronting up yet again 22 years later?
There certainly is. I think there's 9 in total from with both sides together. So the likes of Paul Hudson, who will captain Tasmania. Paul Hudson kicked 2 or 3 goals in that famous day, famous name as well. Always loves a state game and very honoured to wear the map, which is wonderful. Simon Atkins played that day. Brett Stevens, who has been on the tennis circuit for some time. His wife's a famous tennis player and played a few Wimbledons. It's his first opportunity at 50 years of age to play a Legends game, and he's really looking forward.
Very young at 50 years of age too, James.
Correct.
Might I add?
Yes.
Sorry to stop you in your train of thought there.
Michael Gale is another guy that ran out in 1990. Tony Liberatore is a famous name.
We'll be in there biting and scratching and getting underneath Dermy, won't he? That'll be exciting.
He'd be disappointed that Paul Kelly was unavailable, so he couldn't play on Paul Kelly. But yeah, no, listen, it's going to be fantastic.
So just to clear in my own mind, people are going to come to the North Hobart Oval and they're going to see such legends as O'Loughlin, Brereton, going toe-to-toe with the best of Tasmania.
Absolutely.
You're an absolute genius to organise this. You must have a gaggle of thousands working for you, man.
No. It's just been a little project of mine over the last 5 or 6 months. I'm out of football and just thought it's time to put something back in, and I think the Tasmanian football-loving public deserve this. But at the same time, we raise the public awareness of those 3 charities and try and raise as much money for those guys.
Well, we know where we're going to play this game. It's here at North Hobart Oval.
Absolutely.
What time and what day?
Saturday the 24th of March. The gates open at 12 noon. The game will start at 2 p.m. There's some pre-game entertainment with STJFL junior football. There'll be some underage and under 10 games on the ground. Also, we'll have some dancing girls in between the breaks.
Now, I heard a whisper, if I can remember as well, with the Devils used to play at this great ground, there were the Devilettes.
Correct.
Is it the comeback of the Devilettes?
Well, I think she might be the young and improvised and better dancing group. So, yeah, it's fantastic to have those people involved, and they're all keen to be involved. And hopefully, you know, as I said, the Tasmanian football-loving public get out and support it.
So there must be a lot of people you'd like to thank. We might mention some of those sponsors, but one other thing as well, prior to the game, is there something, a build-up? Is there a lunch? Is there a breakfast or anything like that?
Yeah, there certainly is. There's a pre-game brunch at the Old Wool Store. It's $60 a head, which includes a lovely breakfast and a ticket to the football and a souvenir program.
Fantastic.
And guest speakers there will be obviously the two coaches, Andy Bennett from Tasmania, Stan Ells from Victoria. Gary Baker poking his head in. He'll be playing for Victoria as a mature age player.
So Stan Ells is actually coaching the Victorians?
He certainly is.
Look, it's worth, sorry to cut you off there, but it's worth going down to the Wool Store for the brunch just to listen to the great Stan Ells stories.
Absolutely. Paul Hudson and Simon Atkins will also speak, and there'll be one or two other Victorians on the day as well. So we'll have a good morning. We've got a Shane Warne signed top courtesy of George Barley. Fantastic gesture of him to organise a top signed by Warney from the Melbourne Stars, so that'll be auctioned off on the day, and some tickets to the footy show, which are hard to get. So all in all, it promises to be a great start to the day.
Oh, what a fantastic day. Give us the date again.
Saturday the 24th of March.
Saturday the 24th of March. There's only one place to be. It's here, the home of football in Tasmania, to see these great gladiators from the past rekindling some of those great rivalries that they've had, go toe-to-toe for great charities. Jaimes Wiggins, well done on organising this game, and good luck with everything.
Thank you very much, Hoppy. Appreciate your support.
Wiggo, I played in the 1982 Grand Final for OHA. Does that make me qualify as a legend? Do you reckon I can get a game?
What I'll do for you is I'll have a word with the chairman selectors and see how we go.
Beautiful.
Relive the rivalry. Relive a little bit of Tasmanian footy history with the Legends charity football game at the North Hobart Oval Saturday, March 24th. See stars of yesteryear back in action with Tasmania versus the Victorian All-Stars. Dermot Brereton, Paul Hudson, Doug Hawkins, Simon Minton-Connell and more. It'll be a great afternoon's entertainment supporting Muscular Dystrophy Tasmania, Save the Tasmanian Devil program and Riding for the Disabled. Gates open at noon. Come early and grab an autograph or photo with one of your heroes.